teacher.
We are doing math league.
On action.
We are midnight criminals.
First one.
Hello, YiraraTV.
Hi, my name is Captain Danielson. I'm from Bawalula.
Hi, my name is Federico Gurila.
Hi, my name is Samara Jones
And we're from Elliott.
Karen Parker has been organizing a fun day for Alice School for a few years now. Visiting and learning about places we normally wouldn't is important.
Let's have a look.
Hi, I'm Karen Parker. I'm the Education and Engagement Officer at the Northern Territory Electoral Commission. So I'm back in Alice Springs again with Yirara College to run Democracy Dash for our third year. Democracy Dash is a scavenger hunt style event where the students need to travel and find 10 stops around the Alice Springs CBD, and each of those stops are an organisation that is involved in democracy in some way. So for example, the local court is involved, Parliament is involved, the local council is involved, and students need to do an activity at each stop to learn more about democracy and the work of that democratic organisation. One of the outcomes of Democracy Dash is for students to be exposed to these democratic organisations, know that they exist, understand the services that they provide, because maybe one day they'll need that service, or hopefully one day they'll work in that service. So for example, there's the Office of the Children's Commissioner who deal with the rights of the child.
I'm James, this is Claire, and we're from the Children's Commissioner.
Hi, I'm James. I'm the Community Engagement and Communications Officer for the Office of the Children's Commissioner of the Northern Territory. And I'm here at Yirara today to speak to young people about things that matter to them and help raise their voice in decision making that affects them.
And I know we used to be kids, but it was a long time ago now. So we need you guys as the experts to tell us, all right?
So a big part of what the Children's Commissioner does, and the reason we're here today in Yirara, is to hear from children, because there's no bigger expert on young people than young people. And we want to hear from young people about their future pathways in the Northern Territory and where they see themselves going, and also about their lives currently. It might be back on community or in Alice Springs or wherever it might be, things that they consider are important. And the way we do that is by speaking to young people and asking them to envisage themselves as an adult in the Territory, and they can tell us that by drawing or writing or whatever suits them best, and talking about how their life looks for them, what they think it will look like, what they're doing, where they're living, who they're living with. There's no right or wrong answers, we just want to hear from them.
I'm with the poly waiting for some new guests. I don't know who.
Hi. Hello.
After they give that some thought and put that on paper in some way, we ask them to come and speak to us on an individual basis and have just a 10-minute conversation so that we can hear from them and they can tell us exactly what they think, what's working, what's not working for them now, things they'd like to see more of, and also just things that they deem important on their journey and their pathway to where they see themselves going, wherever that might be and whatever they might be doing. I want to thank Yirara for having us today and inviting the Office of the Children's Commissioner out here. It's been really rewarding and awesome to speak to the young people and see how engaged they were and how happy they were to speak to us. And we're going to use the information that they've given us today to inform what we do, and we'll also try, get back to Yirara what their students have told us, and feel that we can tell them what priorities might be and what's concerning and what their young people are thinking about. So it's been really awesome speaking to them, and we hopefully will be back here very soon because we go all around the Territory and we'll be back in Alice before too long.
There's legal aid who teach the students about their legal rights, and of course the Electoral Commission, where students learn about their right to vote and their responsibility to vote.
Today we're learning about voting.
I had 4 for watermelon and 6 for bananas. Bananas is more popular in this group anyway. So what did you just do? You voted. Good.
We're learning about elections.
About skate parks.
Little scapegoats going.
There's people on these ballot papers. Today you've got 4 people to choose from. So I need you to write down the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Thank you.
All of you got a bag this morning. Please fill your bags with the food before you go. I don't want any food left over. And you'll have an instruction book and you'll have a pen. So on the back of your book, if you haven't seen it already, is your map. There are 10 stops on the dash. They're all numbered. One of the aims of Democracy Dash is to draw the kids outside of the classroom, get them learning without walls, be in real life contexts to learn about democracy and what happens in these organisations. Plus it's fun. It's a bit of a race and they get to race each other and do some hands-on activities. Kids love the police stop.
What's the penalty for wearing your seatbelt? Not wearing your seatbelt. So you get a $500 fine, but then there's a $40 victims levy, which goes into a fund later to pay victims of crime. So $540, and it'll be 3 points.
And roll it onto the paper. Don't push too hard, okay? So have a go.
It's nice and soft.
Getting fingerprinted and breath tested, and they love the courts stop, just seeing courts in action because they've only ever seen it on TV and they get to see it in real life. But it's interesting that that's always the favourite 2 activities.
Second largest political party or coalition of parties after the government. So the mob on this side of the parliament in the blue, this one government, independents. She's leader of the yes. Well done, girls.
How many people do you think there are who are councillors at Elected? Good guess. How many you were saying? You were saying 10. So members down this side, councillors, and 4 councillors on this side.
What is the name of the mayor?
Yes, well done. Well done. So the mayor's name is here. When it's not as Jones, it's also Damien Ryan.
So feedback from students is that really enjoy the exposure to these organisations that they've heard of but never seen in real life. I've actually had one student say that she wanted to work in a field where she could help people and she never realised that she could do that through the law profession, but that's one thing she learnt on the dash. We're just winding up Democracy Dash here with a sausage sizzle, thanks to the council for helping put that on and to police who were our cooks. It's been a great day, the kids were very engaged and I've asked them all along the way, have you learnt something? And I got a yes and a smile from everybody. I'd really like to thank the 4 schools that were involved this year, so Yirara College, Centralian Senior College, St Philip's Catholic College and the Alice Springs School of the Air. And of course thanks to all the organisations for their time and effort that they put in as well. It's been a great event. Thanks very much.
Danielle Brown, trainer assessor for the Department of Education, is helping some of our students learn new skills. Next week we will be interviewing her to find out what they have been up to.
So now, yeah, we're just starting to get those that are drying out naturally into sultanas as opposed to cutting the vines and putting them aside and drying them manually. Just going to let them dry on the vine.
Which is how sultanas are made.
It is exactly how sultanas are made.
Some of our young men and women have commenced their Northern Territory Police, Fire and Emergency Services training this year. In an upcoming story, we will be spending some more time with them.
Police Cadets!
In Quick Looks this week, some of our students are working through their vet intensive weekend recaps.
Bend your knees forward. Bend down. Go down. Right down. Yeah, like that, yeah. And look, that's perfect. That's really good. Hello. My name's Chris.
Yeah, that's Chris. We're working with him. He is a good guy. Please just come here and work with him. It'll make you do a lot of paperwork, but that's nothing. That's nothing. Yeah.
Year 9 classes enjoyed an excursion to our Araluan Arts Centre.
So we decided to choose a painting. So this is my favorite one. I love the colors in the background.
and the person whoever's in the front. So bye.
YiraraTV. We visited some classrooms.
What do we read now?
We are doing Math League.
1, go.
Where are you guys from?
Threw softballs at each other in Monday morning movements.
Come on, everybody.
A fantastic effort today, especially from the ladies. Fires around, let's go. Boom, 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 boom.
The impact of colonisation, so when white men came, how we started smoking and why we started smoking.
Kirsty Hampton and Kimberly Ellis from Congress talked about smoking and how it is bad for our bodies.
We get paid in money, we used to get paid in rations. Tobacco was the, I guess, the little bonus, I guess you could say. If our people did a really good job, they'd get a little top up of tobacco.
And in soccer this week, the fellas played ASNFC in their second round match. A 20-meter screamer by Stafford was goalie of the game, even though the fellas went down 1-4. They played extremely well and battled until the final whistle. Shade Evans and Rodman Henderson will also stand out.
In the ladies' match, great goalkeeping by Meridian could not prevent the ladies going down 0-1 in a tightly fought game.
Likara and Kutara were also standouts in the game with Morita, going close on a number of occasions.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's YiraraTV for this week. Next week we'll be spending time out at the Bonning Cattle Yards. Bye!